What led to an 11-month-old's death? That was the question debated before a jury today in South Bend.
Now, Nyesha Crockett is accused of killing her son and strangling her 14-month-old daughter, who survived in a vegetative state. WSBT-22's Zach Crenshaw is live at the courthouse tonight. Zach, some pretty unusual things happened today.
Yeah, unusual, the same word the judge used today, Rick, as well. There were two apparent medical emergencies today in court. Both times, ambulances needed to be called. The first, a juror who passed out before lunch and did not return. The second, one of Nyesha Crockett's family members. It didn't stop the trial, though. Most of today's testimony was from a forensic pathologist who did baby Micaiah's autopsy. He ruled the death homicidal asphyxiation, which the state implies occurred because of strangulation or smothering. The defense worked to discredit that pathologist, who admitted he knew about Crockett's confession and relied on police information before he ruled on the cause of death. He stated without that info, he would have ruled the death undetermined. The final witnesses related to the battery charge involving Crockett's daughter. People who were in the home at the time say Crockett asked to borrow their phones, but she didn't seem upset or unusually excited. They testified that a few minutes later, she returned with a neighbor's phone and was frantically calling 911. Now, jurors heard that 911 call that was played. As it was played in court, Nyesha Crockett was seen crying. On the call, she told a dispatcher that her daughter had tied a scarf around her neck, and that's why she wasn't breathing. Now, that's a story Crockett stuck with for months, telling it to police and social workers. It was only months later, during an interrogation related to her son's death, that she finally changed her story and said it was actually her that tied the scarf around her daughter's neck.
And Zach, I want to ask you about that interrogation. Have the jurors heard that interrogation yet?
No, not yet, Rick, and that's actually something we expected today, but it's going to be played tomorrow. The state saying they're going to play the interrogation nearly 5 hours long in its entirety for the jury. And as you know, I mentioned yesterday, that is going to be a big part of this trial. Both the defense and the state going to key in on that for their arguments as to why Nyesha Crockett is guilty or not guilty.
Yeah, big day in court tomorrow. Zach Crenshaw live in South Bend tonight. Zach, thank you.